It's end of the year and Starfish International is always bringing you exciting stories from their students, mentors and volunteers. Come with me and see the amazing work Starfish International is doing in building vibrant communities and also helping in building better leaders for this country. You will be inspired. This year has been truly amazing at Starfish International. Through the different programs we have at Starfish, we were able to do a whole lot of things to benefit our students, our mentors, and our communities. You will be hearing success stories from some of these beneficiaries. Come with me and let's hear the stories.
One of the most fulfilling experiences for me in 2022 was being an assistant instructor in the Starfish Leadership Academy. This experience taught me a lot about myself, about being a better human being, and about leadership. I worked with 3 phenomenal women who were excellent in everything they do, and I had to learn to adjust to that and also be excellent in everything I do. They taught me a lot about myself and pushed me to grow, and I am very grateful to have them in my life. This year, the Starfish Leadership Academy focused on servant leadership and sustainability of projects.
My entire journey has been full of struggles, full of obstacles. But most certainly, one thing that came on my way was the fact that myself and my entire colleagues were able to graduate this 2022 Starfish International Leadership Academy. As students, we were given a lot of responsibilities. We were taught a lot. But amongst our responsibilities, we are going to the community and serving as servant leaders. We were also taught about community assessment, where we would go to the community and ask them about the things that they have achieved, about the things that they are facing, and about some of the problems that which we can solve together with them. And through this, we were able to know a lot of problems that are faced by youths, women, and children around the Gambia, especially in West Coast region.
I started the skill center in order to help young girls and young boys, those who did not have opportunities to have formal education or drop out from school. And now the dream is to help them to be independent. So the skill center start with struggle, but now I'm so glad that it's growing up, and we just graduate 5 students from the tailoring side and the cookery and pastry side. The skill center is growing up. I'm so glad, I'm really proud that we're able to help young girls and a few boys. We have one boy that graduated from cookery and pastry, and now he is very proud that he can cook and bake, and now he is in the hotel doing his attachment in the hotel. And we are also looking forward to start our restaurant and also the hairdressing salon in just few months, and we are also want to add hotel management also in the skill center. It's really amazing to see these young girls are now benefiting, having skills that they will be independent. We are so happy that these young girls are now benefiting from the skill center.
Growing up at Starfish has been very interesting for me. But one of the most outstanding experiences is how I was able to go back to my community and serve my community. In 2018, I started the Kids program, which is geared towards supporting children and helping them to use their voices to talk about issues that are affecting them in their community. And Starfish International gave me so much support and love. Starfish empowered me, Starfish impacted me and molded me to the kind of person I am today. And this is what inspired me to be able to start this Kids program. I was also provided with a lot of trainings at Starfish. I was provided with the children's classes, and I was also provided with the leadership training, diploma and advanced diploma. And I was able to achieve so many things from this class that empowered me to be able to support these children and help them grow.
Hello, my name is Ajunda Sinjai. I'm a mentor at Starfish International and also the business and entrepreneurship coordinator. Yay! Um, so 2022, oh my God, this year has been a roller coaster. It has been, challenging, has some fun moments and some achievements here and there. And in the beginning of this year, it was really hard for me with regards to my health and every other thing. But I was able to transcend from that. And Starfish has really stood out for me throughout this year. Um, Starfish, because of Starfish and my connections at Starfish, I was able to get a doctor who assessed me and gave me medications that I didn't have access to before. And that made me do my work more at Starfish and strive hard every day to make change.
Hello. This year at Starfish International has been eye-opening for me because for the most part of it, I was outside of the Gambia and working at Natick High School in Massachusetts. And I think for me, it was an experience that opened my eyes to a lot of things. And one of the lessons I learned is that all the skills, all the time I spent expanding my knowledge, I think just really paid off. Because as I worked at Starfish International, one of the things I got to question myself about was everything I was learning and how useful it would be. And so working as a young black female outside of Starfish International, where I grew up for the most part of my life, I think I was able to see the communication skills, the interpersonal skills, the leadership skills that I learned at Starfish International were able to help me excel and to succeed. And so really also being away and seeing how Starfish International's work was being recognized around the world was also fulfilling for me because I think it takes blood, sweat, and tears in this work. And so seeing other people recognize that, get awards, do graduation ceremonies and exhibitions, all really made me feel like everything was paying off. So shout out to the partners that are out there and to the girls especially, who every day are showing up to make sure we create the impact we're making.
I love sports a lot and everybody knows that about me, and Starfish have been a guide to me because this is where I learned photography, and for whatever I might do outside Starfish International, I think it is important for me to also teach other people, other Starfish students about photography or the little things I know about photography. So it was an honor to me to be part of the people that were given the opportunity to go to AFCON in Senegal when Gambia was playing with South Sudan to take pictures of them. Being the only girl in that pitch was something beautiful for me. I didn't know about it not until when the game was over. That was when people were sending me pictures to say that you were the only girl in the pitch. So sport photography in 2022 was when I knew that it was the thing I loved the most when it comes to the aspect in photography, and I have been trying my level best to make sure that I have professional pictures of footballers and posting them, and also improve myself in my photojournalism aspect and know more about the sport photography. So I have taught 9 photography students in last year's Starfish summer program, and they have been doing very well. And I'm also glad that the 2 other students that I have taught, which is Fature and Aisaswa, are doing very well in photography. And I pray they also find something they really love about in the aspect of photography too. So my goal is always to serve and always to help people in any ways that I can. And I hope to make difference in people's life and always continue working hard. So Starfish, I want to say thank you so much for investing these qualities in me and also making me find out one of the things that I'm really good at, which is photography. I want to say thank you so much. Starfish is an organization that have molded us in better human beings that we are today. I want to say thank you to Auntie Yasin, Uncle David, every mentor in Starfish that guide me through my passion and in whatever I do in my life. Thank you.
So the reasons why I came back to Starfish and serve is the love, care, compassion,
dedication and sacrifice the mentors have shown to everyone. Starfish is like a family that all will dream to have. Starfish creates the environment for us to be able to open up and share our stories to those who care to listen, and also creates the environment for us to hear from other people's life stories, so we will be inspired and also be an inspiration to others. So these are the reasons why I came back to serve. This December was challenging for me because I was part of the choir team and we were planning for our choir concert. So to be able to be present in the during rehearsals with students and also prepare to record videos was challenging for me, but the multitasking part of Starfish helped me accomplish these tasks. What stood out for me during this end of year video was how mentors were able to share their stories on how they were able to cross all boundaries to make sure that this 2022 was a successful year at Starfish International.
This year was really meaningful for me at Starfish International. You know, this year's festival was really outstanding because just watching how the mentors work together and they were able to come up with really brilliant and outstanding performances. It really meant a lot to me. You know, working with the media team and producing really high quality videos that we can show to our Starfish supporters throughout the whole festival. It was really mind-blowing to me. So I just want to say thank you so much to everyone who showed up to the festival and donated and supported and shared and liked our posts. I really appreciated that.
2022 was a wonderful year for me, and I was lucky to be part of the students who were selected to do the photo exhibition. Having my first photo exhibition, it means I am resilient and hardworking when it comes to photography. I used to have a small camera that I used to bring to Starfish and I used to take pictures, but my friends laugh at me because they say it's an old-fashioned camera. But I ignore them and I take pictures, go to my mentors, and they'll give me feedbacks. So with those feedbacks, they really help me to have good pictures.
I'm here, I'm called Maud Lamindour. They call me Dr. Bot. I've been updated to another level now. They call me Maud Lamindour, Doctor, the Liberian. We are here at the land, just the three of us, myself, Bully, and Pa, to do the little we can do for the land and for the whole of Starfish. And we've grown already 100 trees of bananas. This was during the last rainy season. So for a start, this is what we've started at the land. That's 100 trees of oranges, 60 trees of pawpaw, that's pacakayo, and bananas. The library is the last one we've got now. The library is here for the kids. I've got only 5 kids here for the library. For a start, the library is for the people around this surrounding. I can say even the Gambia as a whole. Like when things go ahead, we start giving them books to go at home. When finished reading the book, they return back the books to me. But for a start here, they come here and read. We spend with them 3 hours. After the reading, they go home. So these are what we are here achieving first.
Hello, my name is Alasanda, and I was in the men's class during the summer one, and the class really helped me a lot because I got to learn a lot of things like gender equity, personal hygiene, and how to support girls and women around us. And 3 things that stood out for me were to be respectful, to be kind, and to believe in gender equity. And after the class, I have practiced what I have learned from the class through helping my mom do her domestic work. And my favorite moment was when the Starfish boy came to my house. We played music, we drank attire, and my favorite activity was when we played football and I scored a goal. And I want to tell all boys and men out there to support these girls, respect them, and help them in achieving their dreams.
I was honored to be awarded as the Mentor of the Year. It meant a lot to me, but also it is a representation of the Starfish mentors and the work we do, our tenacity, our selflessness, and all the things we put into the work to uplift the girls in the Gambia. And to all the girls in the world, I want to say you can be whatever you want to be. And you can stand tall and strong and unafraid to become the best versions of yourself. And I also want to say thank you to She's the First for the award. And I also want to say thank you to the Starfish Canada, Starfish Native team, and the Mona Foundation, all the organizations that have partnered with us this year to serve with us at Starfish. It means a lot to us, and thank you so much.
And my entire experience here has been a learning lesson for myself and just about how everything works here. Everything that's going on here gives hope that coming together as a society can genuinely mean that there's more potential in this world, that if we are able to come together, that we can and we are capable of doing great things. Here, I've noticed that all of the people involved in Starfish support one another without any type of greed or jealousy towards one another, and just want to uplift each other to be their greatest self and reach their full potential. And with that, they are able to incorporate more of themselves and have greater skills to put themselves out into society and be able to create more for themselves and others. And with these new skills that they learn here, they are able to make themselves a greater asset to society and just the working place. Moving forward, I would like to take this and continue to support Starfish from far away and hopefully coming back later on. But being hopeful that we will soon live in a society where everyone can be in unity to achieve success hand in hand.
13 years into the work of girls' education, I am reminded of how lucky we are that we're in this space trying to create change for the future of this world, which is girls, when they get an education. I'm often asked what we do, and my answer 13 years into it is that we are in the business of creating more justice and more love in this world, and that we do it by tapping into the passions of young people and helping them see what they bring to the table when it comes to serving the world. And when they can identify their passions and the gems that fill them, and they can straighten that and point that to serving the world, then we know service is the solution. 13 years into it, we see these girls as they exert and effect generational change. We see them making the changes they want to see in the world. We see their parents doing it, and we see their siblings doing it. And so as we look into the future, I know that generational change is possible because I see it around me every day. I look at Fatuwai Jaite, who started out as a 13-year-old with us, and this year she's going to Brandeis and is studying international relations and peace studies. I look at Madeline Kojabi, and I know that as she also gets her master's and is studying international peace, she knows what that looks like in the village that she comes from. She knows what that looks like for her brothers and sisters around the world. And as I look at Maria Madabo, I also know that these girls from the smallest country in Africa, from the Gambia in West Africa, can be in places like Natick, Massachusetts, teaching classes to kids who grew up in a completely different culture, understanding that what they bring to the world in terms of their culture, their backgrounds, and their education has a lot to do with where we're headed in this world. And so as I look past everything that we've done to look into the future, I know that just like 13 years ago, we started a children's library in my village. This past year, we have started another children's library in Daranka. And in that community where parents are struggling, I know that 13 years from now, that Children's Library will bring about and nurture service-oriented young people who are ready to serve the world in very practical ways. I know that as we start a poultry farm in that community, as we start a processing center for processing cashew nuts, for processing mangoes, as we start a women's garden in that community, that 13 years from now, those kids and those mothers and those fathers and those families that are uplifted through these programs are going to make the world a better place. I have no doubt that this children's library, coupled with civic education, will bring about the type of justice that we want to see in this world. I know that the restaurant that we want to start, that we're in the process of building, the salon that we're in the process of building, the retreat center that we're thinking of starting, will all go a long way in creating the type of world that we want to see, because it'll give skills and vocational training a platform at the forefront where all the young people we're impacting will actually become employers instead of people looking for jobs. And as I think about where we're headed, I think about distance learning. One of the things that COVID has taught us is that we can learn, but we can leverage technology to make that learning even more powerful. And so the accreditation that we are applying for, so that we can continue to expand our leadership program, our leadership academy, so that we can look at how we provide different types of education that are anchored in who we are as Africans and what systems we're growing up with, can really look at education and honor the good things that we have and add to it different things that we need. And as we have African teachers and teachers from other parts of the world collaborating to provide these classes, I know that our media house and our use of media in responsible ways will graduate even more students that will be servants of humanity, that will work towards serving the world and making it a better place. This year, I watched a parent who looked at two of her daughters come through. One is now studying international relations. The other one is now a doctor, and says to me, I want to do for girls what you have been able to do for my girls. And I am so thrilled and so honored that this generational change not only looks forward, but looks backwards as well. And I know that as our young boys and girls grow and develop, the partnerships that we have developed, the mentoring systems that we have developed, and the collaborations we have embarked on will go a long way in giving hope to humanity. And so thank you to everyone who has supported us, who has partnered with us, so that we can continue to serve in better and more powerful ways. Thank you.
I hope you were inspired. These are some of the activities we did at Starfish International this year, and we are glad they were able to have impact on the life of our students, our mentors, our supporters, and some of the coordinators for the different programs at Starfish International. And I want to take this opportunity to say thank you so much to Auntie Yasin and Uncle David for investing at Starfish International. This is truly amazing. This is truly beautiful. This is something the Gambia really needs. You can always follow us on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitter to get updates on our achievements at Starfish International. Thank you.